Well, Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Technical College for Life on the Farm. And joining me today is Craig Reichman. Craig, thanks so much for your time today. Craig, we're at this impromptu field day, and we're actually spraying some of your products on this farm. First of all, tell me a little bit about what you do and some of the products that you're working with.
So as you said, I'm with Ag Explorer. I'm a sales agronomist in northern Wisconsin. So what I do ultimately is work with ag retail, and ultimately we work on farm consultations to work on their micronutrient deficiencies, help with fertilizer efficiencies. Kind of have a portfolio of different products, but ultimately everything's kind of based on efficiencies and pairing that with technologies.
Right. So we are actually spraying one of your products today. Can you explain what we're doing today?
So the product that we're spraying today is that called XR5KSB. What that is, it's a 4-0-20. And it's got a 5% sulfur and a 0.5 boron. When you really think about what we're doing with this time frame and the nutrients that we're applying to it, they're kind of in that peak demand stage. And what we traditionally do as farming is we don't split apply products very often, especially on the potassium, sulfur, boron side. We do a really good job with nitrogen with split applications, but a lot of times we don't split apply the other nutrients.
Right.
And we were kind of doing a drone demonstration, so I figured this product would be a good fit. It's covering the 3 micronutrients that, well, not micronutrients, but the potassium being a major, but it's kind of covering that need and then for that peak demand stage.
Right. And you did mention one thing about the dry weather and maybe some stress in our corn crop this year. Has that changed anything with your recommendations? I mean, do we need it?
So I would definitely say that there's been a lot of pause buttons being pushed because of the weather. I think that's very smart because we're farming. We need ROI. I'm a salesman, so that those goals always don't align, but we're here to help the farmer, and we have pushed the pause button on a few things, but since we've got some shots of rain over the last, I'd say 2 week span, we're getting little shots here and there. That's helping the crops progress. That helps keep the baton race growing. And one thing, it's better to be proactive than reactive. So we're being proactive today by putting these products on, being reactive. By the time we saw a deficiency in the plant, it's too late, and that's going to affect yields.
Right. We're not giving up on the corn crop.
Right. We're not giving up today at this point.
So Craig, thank you so much for your time today, and it is very educational. So thank you.
Thank you.
And you never know who you can meet at a field day. And joining me right now is Roy Eckberg from the National Weather Service. And I thought it'd be important just to ask you a few quick questions. It's been a little bit hot and dry this summer so far, and question is, are we in an El Nino weather pattern? Could you explain that a little bit?
El Nino developed this spring and is expected to continue through the summer, and we're expecting a moderate to major El Nino event this fall and winter. Basically, El Nino is a pattern in the waters of the Pacific Ocean between Central America and Hawaii. In El Nino events, the water temperatures are normally more warmer than normal. So that affects the jet stream pattern, expecting maybe a little less hurricanes in the Atlantic this year due to strong westerly flow. El Ninos in Wisconsin, the tendency for the summertime is to have less precipitation than normal. And as you can see over the last couple of weeks into actually May, we've had a big high pressure system over Canada and the northern US that's brought a lot of dry conditions.
The smoke that we've been experiencing the last couple of weeks, does that help you with predicting any weather patterns, both now and in the short-term future?
No, it will not. The weather pattern that brought the smoke is going to be changing this week to more of a typical west to east pattern. That's good news. It will bring warmth for the corn crops, are very important. But more importantly, it will bring chances of rain at times this rest of this week into the weekend.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll see a little bit more rain than we have seen over the last month.
Okay, and that is great news, Roy. And I always appreciate your input and insight on topics such as that. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.